was in 8th grade in 2018, I wrote a research paper on women's rights in the 1970s. You want to know what happened in the 1970s? Roe v. Wade was established to give women the right to an abortion to the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. In simple terms, this gave birthing people the right to do what they wanted with their bodies without the government interfering. In my paper, I recognized that Roe v. Wade was still controversial, but the paper still had hints of optimism in it because, it was 2018 and obviously we still had Roe v. Wade, and the Supreme Court would never take away a right that people have spent decades fighting for, right? No? Right. Obviously, that was wrong, actually.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away a constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. It's a sad day for the court and for the country. Many states in this country still recognize a woman's right to choose. So, if a woman lives in a state that restricts abortion, the Supreme Court's decision does not prevent her from traveling from her home state to the state that allows it. It does not prevent a doctor in that state from treating her. As the Attorney General has made clear, women must remain free to travel safely to another state to seek care they need.
President Biden himself gave his statement for support for abortion rights after the ruling on June 24th, 2022, that overturned Roe v. Wade. But his solution to get access to abortions is problematic for low-income and POC communities, because he said if you wanted to get an abortion, you can still travel through state lines to get one. But how could somebody afford to travel, let alone afford the procedure of an abortion altogether? Higher income people and people with better access to healthcare will probably have the connections and the money to get a safe procedure done, but where does that leave low income people, specifically those from brown and black communities? First, it's important to note that abortion bans will affect every single birthing person in this country, which Elizabeth Spears from a New York Times article highlights and emphasizes. Especially considering the fact that states could implement travel bans on getting abortions so you can't cross state lines to get one if needed. However, we cannot ignore the racism and wealth inequalities in our healthcare system, where black women are more likely to face malpractice and death where reproductive health is concerned. Additionally, health services for Native Americans also restrict abortion services. So disproportionate access to abortion services and healthcare in general is not a new concept, but the overturning of Roe v. Wade makes the future of abortion access even more unclear and unreliable. An article posted by ABC News the day of the ruling highlighted that Black and Hispanic women have the highest rates of abortions. They can have abortions for any number of reasons, say many activists, like founder of abortion funds in Georgia, like access to food, access to a living wage, access to insurance, your race, your gender, your ability to make money for your family. Whatever the reason is none of our business. It's their choice. Unfortunately, Black and Hispanic people are 1.5 to 1.8 times more likely to be in poverty than white people. So terminating a pregnancy could be a financial choice one has to make. So abortion bans will only further push low-income people into poverty by forcing them to carry out a pregnancy where they cannot financially support a child. This means that the abortion ban is about so much more than just abortion. It's a fight against white supremacy. It's about equal and affordable access to healthcare.
And I'm devastated and terrified, and so many women and so many girls are going to die because of this. And I wanted to dedicate this next song to the 5 members of the Supreme Court who have showed us that at the end of the day, they truly don't give a about freedom.
The Supreme Court has failed us, specifically Justices Samuel A. Alito, Clarence Thomas, Neil M. Gorsuch, Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, who all supported the decision in overturning Roe v. Wade and endangering the lives of so many by restricting safe access to abortions. I understand that it may be an extremely difficult time to find optimism in the current state of our government, But know that there are resources and activists fighting for the right to abortions and abortion services and contraceptives. Links to resources will be in the description. The fight for abortion rights is not over.